McDonald's actually had a really disastrous month, the worst month in 2 years. So the company's averaged a positive 13% traffic year-over-year growth for every month for the past 2 years. They actually came in down 1.5%. And you can see in that chart, there has been a sequential deceleration every week since the grimace highs in July.
What's really happening is that the consumer, in particular at their competitors, traffic is falling off a cliff because they just think it's an expensive place to go now. They took too much price, and the consumer is in too tough of a spot to handle it. So it's like basically it's like upgrading our Cat 3, Quad 3, Cat 3 hurricane to Quad 4 for that consumer, whether it be in Canada or the US. They're just traffic slowing, and they can't afford to even go to McDonald's or Wendy's.
I actually, in the note that I'm going to publish here shortly, the dollar menu, McDonald's used to be famous for the dollar menu. And the dollar menu is still on the menu, but the average price is like $2.50 for the dollar menu. So, to your point, right? It's not the McDonald's that we've known for a while.
There was a less discussed SNAP program that covered summer meal costs for families that usually receive free meals at school. So, so if you had free meals at school, they also gave it to you during the summer. That was also cut besides the pandemic emergency payments. So that was something that doesn't get as much publicity. And so of those people, they had a 70% cut in that allotment. 42% of them said that they were skipping meals in August, up from 20% last year. And I brought some charts along so you can see. And 55% of those people surveyed said that they ate less because they could not afford the food, up from 27% a year ago. And that kind of speaks to, maybe they really would like to go to McDonald's, they just can't afford it. And they said 31% of these households with children were behind on utility payments last month. And that's compared to 16% of childless households. So people with kids are more strained, of course, it makes sense. And 12% of surveyed households had their utilities shut off in the last month. That's an 8% increase from July. So you can see that chart, things are getting worse for them at the lower end.
If the world, like the US part of the world, listen to the call every morning, and they only listen to the part that we've gone through so far this morning. First of all, it's a reiteration of what we've been saying for a long, long time. Second of all, it's a repudiation of the old wall begging for Powell to stop raising rates and fighting inflation. This is real pain for a lot of people, right? And mostly none of you that are listening to this call. Just accept that, right? And that's what the updates are this morning. People can't afford to go to McDonald's. I mean, think about that. And think about it again.
Hey there, Hedgeye Nation, or if you're not part of Hedgeye Nation, thanks for watching Hedgeye on YouTube. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the button below there. Subscribe to our YouTube page. You can also follow the link in the description to our website to get even more great investing content.